no! I miss this guy. I'll miss this dude. That's maybe the only information I learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more thing that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. But that's okay. So see me again if you can find me. If you can find me? What does that mean? If you can find me. Adventure line? Epilogue. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna pause real quick. Actually, no, I'm not gonna pause. I'm gonna figure out what this epilogue is first. Epilogue? What? Is that where he's hiding? Is the epilogue? Come on. Reveal your secrets. Reveal your secrets. Reveal your secrets. Hurry up. It's taking too long. Many, many years later. Later since I left the, Oh. Wait, what? This is the epilogue? I know where this is. This is the skip ending. That was the epilogue? I guess I'll just... Wait. That might be the edge of the map, but I see shinies out there. I'm gonna go explore. Oh. Whoa. Wow. So this is the epilogue, huh? It's just me in the exact same spot in the desert over and over again. I think. Sun. Am I doing this right? Oh, what? It's the memory zone. The memory zone exists in the boundaries of reality? Or am I in someone's memory? If this is the memory zone built to be real, so if memory zone's real, that means the other stuff is real too. The skipping. Is this like the remnant ghost of Stanley Parable 2? The memory zone? Huh. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. 27th. Who put this here? Shame on you. Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what the first game made enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hotel? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve. From what? Probably from the narrator. If I had to guess. A welcome reprieve. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. No, tell me this. Launched smash success, rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they posted today. This isn't real, is it? I'm gonna be really mad if it's real. Oh, July? Hold on, wait a minute. Never mind. It's only April. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is not what fans want. We thought we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop insulting fans with our reckless, insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Huh, what are these? Are these buttons? Gym buttons. Why would they have name buttons all the way over here? Gym. What did I just see? I found a Stanley button. Stanley! I'm Stanley. I must be real, right? Stanley must be real. Is this the devs and the narrator, maybe? I could only guess, but I'm assuming yes. Oh. Stanley. I found a secret room full of figurines. That if this is all part of the same ending, I could go collect them all again. Oh, I see. You want me to go down the gullet, don't you? Of the figurines. Yeah. Thank you for enjoying the new content. This can't be it. No, there's things. I can't believe I found a Stanley button, man. What's this? Hello again. Oh! It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable. Did you read the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. If people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. And it's hard. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we are going to make the Stanley Parable 3. All we do is change the number in the game's title setting. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Stanley Parable 3. One with the fire. Beyond space. A baby hole, gross. Pocket full of fire. Beyond the one with the fire. One with the fire. Beyond space. I like Beyond Space. Beyond Space. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. Nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like more work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. No. It's fine if you ever change. Come talk to me. I'll be right here. That's cool. Alright. So now is the real test. I've set my computer time and date back to last Tuesday, so as to get the play a game the duration of an entire Tuesday achievement. Soon as it loads, I'm going to set it back to the proper date and time. Okay, pause here. Today is the 29th. Did it work? Wait, hold on. I need to do this again. 25th. Change. Oh, because it's got to be the duration of an entire Tuesday. So hold on. I need to change the time also. Then it would be 12:00 a.m. Change. Okay. Now we wait. Wait around a couple seconds. Change our time again to, let's say, 12:15 a.m. just to make sure that it's catching the thing. Okay. Change date and time automatically. April 25th to 26th at 12 o'clock midnight. Change. Walk around a little bit. Maybe. Pause. And then 12:15. Hope this works. Unless I already got it. I'll figure out how to do that later. For now, I need to fix my date and time. Sync clock. Okay. And continue.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together.
I wonder if this is the adventure line, because I haven't seen hind or tail of the adventure line the entire time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
It was right before the mind control facility, maybe? Yeah, let's do that one. We're gonna go looking through the museum like we didn't do yesterday.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers.
That's the only thing.
If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here. Coming to a
Okay, upstairs.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
See what's in the executive bathroom this time around. To be rich, is it a crime? To make crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to just pick one. Sometimes they're unlocked, sometimes they're locked.
Stepping in.
Huh. Okay, that's an ending. I didn't mean to get the ending, but... I mean, I kind of did, but I didn't. Watch this, guys. Watch this, watch this, watch this. I still have my bucket with me, too. That's kind of bizarre. I forgot about that. So what happens if I do this ending with the bucket? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Need to make sure I'm going the correct way. Yep, man. Man, this office is cozy feeling. Okay. See that? See this door? Right here? Notice how it was never opened before? Apparently they left this ending in. I like it. I like it a lot. What is this door? Nothing. As soon as I have completed every ending that I know how to complete, or with like walkthrough guides or whatever, with strategy guides, maybe after getting the ones that I know and don't know how to get. Anyways, after I've gotten all the endings, I'm going to go back and use some dev console things to really spice things up a bit. Open up any kind of doors, you know. See what kind of mysteries lie behind. Also, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but every floor is the exact same. It's crazy, because out these windows was thought to be just pure blank whiteness, like nothing. But then you get outside, and what's really behind the windows is an escape pod. Where's my bucket? There's my bucket. Do I still have my bucket? I think so. Oh! In the normal one, nothing happens, it just cuts to black. But this is so sweet. Oh! No! And there it went. There we go. Went to go get my little gecko, so she could come hang out with me while I play some games. Come on. Come on, big girl. Dang. That big old tail. Come here. Come here, darling. I need you to come over here. Whoa. There you go. Alright. Now we're doing a regular ending.
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket! No! I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, the bucket's gone. Like, is it gone for good now? Did I just launch the bucket into space?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why? No, I don't want to.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here. So he'd coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, that defeats the whole purpose of what I was gonna do. So I might as well try again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Okay, now I'm gonna try.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It was its own ending.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Oh.
Stanley clutched
Thank
the
you.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Narrator. Narrator's kind of saucy this time around. Sassy.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it
Yep.
the bucket knew all along?
It was.
Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Bring me to my escape ending. Because I haven't done the escape ending with the
Elevator
bucket
raced
yet.
downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty,
Right there.
he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Don't get startled by the spikes this time.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death. The door behind them was not shut.
Hold on.
Stanley
This
and
is
the
gonna
bucket
be
still
good.
had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Alright, what's down this place? What's the museum gonna look like? Surely they've upgraded it since then, right? That was the old Stanley Parable, the original game. Where's the new stuff? I see they upgraded the loading screens.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
What are you
Farewell,
talking about?
Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
But that is not what happened.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was
It's
a
different.
glorious bucket to behold.
It is different. Welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You're standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within a cavernous void, but through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world, or will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit, or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? Bucket.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Oh. It's just a bucket that was being carried up. A bucket with 2 handles. Inferno bucket. About Jim bucket. Hold on, itchy nose. I heard something next to me.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Man who should kneel before the bucket. There's a whole other way to go this way, and I haven't seen this way yet. Oh, it's just one room. Hey, that's not actually a bad idea. Alright. Man who should kneel before bucket. Blue. The hanging bucket. Oh, I get it. The distance inevitably is for our own good. But what if I do this? Oh. I was fully prepared to have just leapt offwards.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket.
What?
We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
A new vision for buckets everywhere. A new bucket. A better bucket. Does that mean there's going to be more buckets or something?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let me do the normal. What haven't I done yet?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There was this one.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yeah.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took
yeah.
the first open door on his left.
First things
Stanley
first.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So been that way.
Look, Stanley,
Been through the
I
red
think
and the
perhaps
blue
we've
door
gotten
thing.
off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about.
If I jump off here, I die. If I go over there, it's the red door, blue door.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Ooh.
That's her, Stanley. You need
2
to be
choices
the one
here.
to do
I can
this,
unplug it,
to
or I can
reach
answer
out
it.
to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Honestly, relationships are
Stanley picked
overrated.
up the phone. A white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's impossible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
That's
the person
awesome.
to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Okay. No, not going to.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Perfect.
Welcome back. You may
Thanks.
have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Yes.
Not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I think I know what choice you're talking about. Oh, haha, so I can't jump off.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Hey, you. No escaping. My gecko is climbing on me as I play. She's my little buddy.
Almost there. You'll take
And,
the door on the left.
she's
Back
trying to
the
escape.
correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I did not actually.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so
There's a way to get over there, isn't there?
Undone, left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge.
Oh.
I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to.
Damn it.
I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No.
Have to.
No. No. But there's a door there. What if I could have gotten to the door? There's chairs and everything. Looks like I could have, like, made my way over there. Whoa, buddy. What have you done?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Oh, yeah?
What, did you think that would be funny?
Kinda.
Just had to see?
A little bit.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Ooh, sassy.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I am a child.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Gotcha.
That means choosing responsibly and
yeah.
always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
It goes trying to escape again.
Left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's hilarious. I had a feeling that would be locked. It's different.
Inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door?
Climbed all by herself.
There was only one way to find
My little
out.
hero.
Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115? Oh yeah, because the code doesn't actually work.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. It doesn't work. It's not supposed to work. That's the whole gimmick.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
What code? I don't see any code. I see fancy looking.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Oh, am I the narrator?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
Beautiful.
Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
Huh.
Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Stanley is the narrator. Wouldn't you know it? Here's a real quick ending.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
They fixed that line too, where it cuts him off mid-sentence.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Who's following me? The music's different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Why?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous...
Yes, it's a gorgeous room, but I'm
eager to
being
get back to business.
stuck.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
There's nothing over there for me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. The next ending is
I'm not your
the phone
enemy,
ending.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Right. Then you pick up the phone. This is a different ending. Where you don't unplug the phone. This is completely separate from the other ending. Kids, what are you doing? Focus. Hold on.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go.
I can't move.
Now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
B for
He has a
boring.
job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press I.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Huh.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Oh,
First, he
crap.
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Oops, that's the wrong button.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door.
True.
The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Well, let's prepare
As
dinner.
he wandered through this fantasy world,
Oh.
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a
I
babe.
still haven't found
He
that
called
game.
it The Stanley Parable.
See, tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived
I still haven't
it
found the
again,
adventure line.
and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
You have to do it.
Can he just not hear me?
There's no way not
How
to
can
do
I
it.
tell
You
him
have
in
to
a way
press
that
the
he'll
buttons.
understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I
It's
can't,
question
not in the way
nothing.
want
I
him to.
question nothing.
But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
That was pretty heavy, man. Pretty deep. All right. How long have we been recording? 52 minutes? I think it's safe to say we can stop recording here for a little while. So that does it for this episode of Stanley Parable. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, share, and all that fun shit. It really helps. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Later.